All right. Had a good day off yesterday. A lot of film today. It looked like we had a day off. I'll evaluate that next time, because the day you come back from a day off, your execution's off. Defensively, we played well today. They were working on depth, and guys were flying around. Offensively, we can't catch a ball, and we can't block anybody. Running game or passing game didn't look very good. You can't tell whether you're any good on defense because your offense is not. We didn't compete very well today. You know, the golden thing in the sky got us pretty early, but that's 2 days. We'll push through it, and we got to go back tomorrow and get better. But really impressed with our safeties. You know, I think our safeties are going to be with Zach Edwards and Carter Jacobs. Those two guys have really stepped up. You know, they're the leaders of our defense, along with their two linebackers. But you know, when you've got experience like we've got in the secondary, it's really going to help, especially at the safety position. Knock on wood, we got to keep them healthy. If we can, well, I think we'll be much better defensively this year. Questions from the audience?
Talk about Zach Edwards a little bit more.
Yeah, you know, Zach he didn't redshirt. You know, he's a true senior, but he came in the first year. We didn't have anybody that could line up in the secondary, and he had to play as a true freshman, and he's done well. He's played banged up a little bit. He hadn't missed many games. He's been a vocal leader ever since he stepped on the field for us here. The same day I got here as a mid-year transfer, you know, mid-year graduate out of high school, you know, and really enjoyed watching him. He's gotten much better as time has gone on.
Turnover still a problem?
Yeah, you know, quarterbacks are throwing the ball the other jersey. That's obviously a concern. We're playing a lot of different coverages. We're messing with our head a little bit. You know, we're not going to look like the same group on defense. You know, we're getting better, more confidence. We're flying around and playing a little bit of zone, a little bit of man, but they're playing a lot more aggressive in both of them. So that's giving the quarterbacks a lot of problems. Now we'll see what happens when receivers get their legs back a little bit. But it's been fun to watch the defense fly around, especially in the secondary.
How many games do you think you lost because of turnovers last year?
Oh, I'd probably say at least 3. Could have been some more, but at least 3 we lost. If you go back and take away giving up points, Memphis game, you know, we didn't play very good either side of the ball or special teams against Temple. But it's just, you know, we got to have more sense of urgency, and that's what I just talked to them about. We have no sense of urgency on offense. It's like in practice, if you turn it over, there's no consequences. As you can see right out here right now, there's consequences to turnovers for everybody. So trying to get their attention, but it all starts with that guy underneath the center.
Have you been doing these consequences since practice started?
Oh yeah, no, we've been doing it since spring. I mean, it's every day, and what we do is we take the plays off, show to the whole team in terms of turnover plays, whose mistake it was, whether it was receivers, whether it was a quarterback, whether it was a fumble, you know, whether it was a handoff. You know, we show the entire team, offense and defense, all turnovers and why they're there. Could have been just a great play of the defense, or it could have been just a lousy, you know, execution by the offense. So you got to understand why you're doing it. You just can't punish them, and they responded pretty good. Wasn't as many today as it was our last bad practice.
So that basically the only thing you can do is punish them, if that's the term.
Well, you just got to make sure they understand. You know, punishment only can go so far. They just got to understand the urgency of it. You know, you can't give up a possession. You know, you can probably get by with 1 turnover a game, but last year we were multiple. We had to lead the country in turnover margin, and but again, it starts with the quarterback. You know, they get all the praise when things are going good, but when things go bad, you know, they got to take the credit too, in terms of reading the coverage and throwing it to somebody that's covered up, and bad handoffs, all the things that go along with it.
Who's been the quarterback who's turned it over the least so far?
I think they're all about the same. You know, it's been spread around pretty good, because they're all getting same reps with 1, 2s, and 3s, and I would say it's been pretty even.
Is Gilbert in that safety mix as well?
Yeah, I mean, you know, we're going to play him some at nickel. We're going to play him some at safety. Ty's probably the best athlete overall that we've got on the team, and play him in several positions. But right now he's just a little bit behind Carter Jacobs in terms of knowing what's going on, but he'll play a ton. He'll play a different position. He'll play a nickel, he'll play dime, and he'll play he's kind of our rotating safety.
You have a few injuries. Could you detail them? How long people are going to be out?
Shumby had a screw put in his foot yesterday, broke the 5th metatarsal. He'll probably be out 6-7 weeks. And we had JJ had his knee scoped. He's fine. He'll be back in a couple of weeks. We just had bumps and bruises. Anybody else?
Gantz.
Who?
Gantz.
Gantz, yeah, he just pulled a muscle in his kicking leg. He should be back for the first game.
How much of a loss is to Shumby now?
Yeah, he's a leader too. You know, he's one of your guys that's been out there and made plays. You know, the doc said this once it grows back just a little bit and he can stand it, he'll be back out there. But you know, everybody has these, for some reason, these 5th metatarsal injuries, and they lag on a little bit. But he's a tough kid. You know, he'll be back pretty soon. But he hurts us out here with leadership, with just helping the young guys.
Doug Bates is out too.
Who?
Bates. Doug Bates.
Yeah, he strained his knee. He'll be out a couple weeks and he'll be back.
How much are you getting from Cortez Broughton inside?
Good. Cortez is he'll be one of the better players in the league if he can. He's got a little bit of laziness to him. He's got to have more intensity on every snap, not just a few snaps. You know, he was just a redshirt freshman last year, so this should be a year where he shows up more around the ball. But he's got a strong punch. He gets off the ball well. He's what you're looking for at defensive tackle. Now he just, you know, we've run him more. We've got his weight where we think we need it. We got to get that freshman and redshirt freshman out of him.
Is Tion Green leading?
They're about the same.
I don't mean in terms of the running back position. I mean as a team leader.
Yeah, no, he tries to be. You know, he tries to be. You know, the problem with the receivers, DBs, and running backs, they run so many. They're running 40 yards on every time they're out there. So it gets them in 2 days. You know, their legs wear out. He's not the leader that we want him to be when things get tough. But he's got issues, you know, health issues too, that, you know, we want to make sure that we oversee that and make sure he is 100% when we get to games.
Good.
Thank y'all. Appreciate y'all.